2023. So we started it at the beginning of 2023, and I sold that company at the end of 2023. So AI, books, right? Building businesses, that's my whole jam. I could geek out with you for hours and hours and hours about AI, book writing, and how I truly feel that the book is the biggest and best lead magnet. A best-selling book is the biggest and best thing you can do for your brand. So I always come back to, what's your book and what are you doing with it? And you should always come back to that too. What's my book? What am I doing with it? Right. So there's 4 months left of the year, roughly. Okay. The smart ones right now are preparing for how to create wins in 2025. We're already looking out into the future, right? We're planning that January New Year, New Me event, right? We're planning that. What does my marketing strategy look like for next year? We're planning those things, right? That's where your head should be at, right? Yes, we want to finish 2024 strong. Absolutely. Right. But then what are we doing for ourselves and our business in 2025? The smart ones are already doing that. They're planning okay, we're going to have my Christmas event or Black Friday sale, right? And then it's going to go into my me marketing promotion, getting all my clients ready to create wins for themselves in 2025, right? And so you should start. If you're not planning that already, start doing it. Start thinking about, what is this next year going to do for your life and your business? So if you listen and implement what I teach you today, you can have more time freedom, more money freedom, and a true path to create a seven-figure business, right? And I could gladly say, between Ara and I both, we're proudly doing 60 to 80K months, right? And so it's possible, and this is a little under 2 years. So it's possible for you to do this, right? It's possible to create this in your business. And so now we're going to talk about a principle. Everyone type in the chat, principle time, because this is what I love. Principles. Principle time. Type it in the chat. Be engaged. There we go. Austin's engaged. John's engaged. Steven's engaged. Okay, true success. Here's the principle. Write this down. True success as an entrepreneur can only come, typo, when you sell shit. True success as an entrepreneur can only come when you sell shit. It's kind of like the dirty truth, right? Everyone tries to come up with the hacks and the this, and here's a great image, right? I like this guy. This guy actually won silver in the Olympics. Has anyone seen this meme? Right? But Alex Hormozy, my favorite, right? Researching best business ideas, reading a book a week, makes their bed every morning, monk mode, Eisenhower matrix, biohacking, uses AI, right? Manifestation journal, cold plunge, meditates for 30 minutes a day, 3 times a day daily. Who's heard that we need to do all of this, right? This guy just sells shit. That's all it is, right? I want to teach you something today that can be used not just for books, but for any lead magnet. Okay. This is not just for books, but for any lead magnet. Okay. I just want to caveat that books bring you a level of authority that other lead magnets do not. If you're using a lead magnet that gets my 5 steps to success, right? A best-selling book is going to bring you much more authority. In my opinion, books are the ultimate authority. Books, audiobooks, workbooks, and the brand around that, right? Showing success from that book is the ultimate authority. Look at any entrepreneur that you know. I actually did this today. I was like, what successful, really successful entrepreneur? You guys type in the chat if you know. Type any millionaire entrepreneur you know that doesn't have a best-selling book, doesn't have a book. Any marketer, any big business coach, anyone. I know one right now. I know one. That's it. Think anyone you know. Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozy, obviously, right? Mel Robbins, Who else? I mean, millions, hundreds, right? There's one. Billie Jean is Marketing is the only one that I know that doesn't have a book. Billie Jean is Marketing. Every single other person has a book. What does that tell you? You need a freaking book if you don't have one. Okay? All right. Who do I got? Who's iPad 6? Who is that? iPad 6. So your name is there. Name says iPad 6 at the glasses. Oh well, it's all good. Okay, let's keep going. All right, books bring you a level of authority that other lead magnets do not. So the question is, are you truly optimizing your book? And caveat to that, if you don't have a book and you're thinking about writing a book, which most of you probably are if you're here, right? Have you thought of these things have you put these things in your book marketing strategy? Okay. So let's see. I call this the opportunity creation metric. The opportunity creation metric means the opportunities, type this in the chat, opportunity creation metric. It's the amount of opportunities that are created from your book, right? And so I have a metric. I want you guys to take notes, right? And if you're thinking about writing a book and you're planning your marketing strategy, right, I want you to give yourself a check mark, or if you already have a book, I want you to give yourself a check mark if you're doing any of these things. Okay? Give yourself a check mark if you're doing any of these things. 1, are you running ads to your book? If you are, give yourself a check mark. 2, are you marketing your book to your warm market? Right? If you're doing that, give yourself a check mark. 3, are you talking about your book on social media? Right? Posting about your book. Organic social media content. 4, are you doing cold outreach and giving your book away for leads? So are you using your book as a lead magnet to a cold audience? 5, are you using your book to get speaking engagements? 6, are you getting booked on podcasts from your book? 7, are you building a community from your book? 8, are you selling something after your book? Right? So they buy your book and they're buying something else. 9, are you getting high ticket appointments from your book? So specifically people that are interested in your high ticket appointments from your book. And then 10, are you making money from your book at all? Are you making money from your book? The opportunity creation metric, right? Out of the 10 things listed, how many did you check? Type in the chat. So if you don't have a book, this is like in your marketing strategy, type 4 out of 10. If it was 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, right? Check. I want you to see your opportunity creation metric. Anyone have their opportunity creation metric? If it's 0 out of 10, put 0 out of 10. I don't care. Let's go. Let's be real with each other. Honest. 0, 0, 0. Okay, that's cool. 4. Awesome. 0. That's okay. Good. Now we know where we're starting. Wait, someone said, oh, 5 of them a digital mark. Okay, Austin. All right. Okay, took my book off Amazon. Okay, good. Awesome. That is your OCM, right? And so when you're marketing in 2025, I want you to be thinking about, and you're building your book and your brand, I want you to be thinking about those things, okay? Type your OCM in the chat. If the answer to any of these is no, right, then you have a problem. You truly aren't fully optimized in your book marketing strategy, right? I'm sure there's other that I don't even know, right? And so if you know of other ways, right? Please share, because the more I learn, the better. All right, let's just break down some numbers here. Okay, so this is a cold ads to your book funnel. Now, these are all strategies that we've used and implemented, and these are numbers from those strategies. Okay, so $50 a day in Facebook ads, right? You're selling a $14.95 book. On average, you're getting 4 sales a day from that $50 a day in Facebook ads. So everyone can take notes here. I just want to go over some of those strategies, right? 4 sales a day from those $50 a day in Facebook ads. So you're making $59.80 from your book. Well, then you're upselling, right? Your audiobook workbook combo, right? And that converts at about 25% on average, right? So 25% for the audiobook workbook combo equals 1 sale, right? For your audiobook workbook. So that's about $27. And then you're selling a $9.97 high ticket. So let's say 10% of the people go to your $9.97 high ticket, would be 0.4 sales per day. Okay, so now you extrapolate that to 30 days, right? You spent $1,500 in ads. You've made $17.94 on your book. So you're basically breaking even from that, right? You're getting $810 from your audiobook and workbook, right? And then you have 12 high ticket sales, right? That at $11,964 a month, right? So your total is 15 grand from that, from $15 a day, $50 a day, right? And that's if your high ticket is at $997, right? Now let's go through another strategy, right? I'm just going to touch on these. 50 people a day. We use an AI LinkedIn tool, so this is exactly the numbers that we get, right? 50 people a day in our LinkedIn AI tool, right? 20% of those people, so our LinkedIn AI tool is reaching out to those people, right? And sending connection requests to the people on LinkedIn. So 50, it caps at 50 a day. So 20% of the people will roughly approve you. So 10 people. One will maybe book an appointment with you, right? And then an average closing rate, right, from a closer or a business owner, right, is about 30% if you're good. Okay, so you multiply that by 30 days, 1,500 connections a month. So 1,500 connections a month, you're growing your LinkedIn rapidly, right? 300 people are going to approve your request. 30 people are going to book an appointment with you, which is right around what we get. And then you close, if you're a good closer, you're going to close 10 at your high ticket offer. If your high ticket offer is $997, that's $10,000 a month. My high ticket offer is $25,000, right? $15,000 to $25,000. That's my high ticket offer. This is a $997 offer. Okay, so we're just going to do all the math with $997 offers. So $10,000 a month right there. All right, this is an actual metric from a client, right? And it was 60 days. He got booked on 3 podcasts, and he sent all the traffic to his site where he was selling a $33 single book, a 3-pack of $97, a 10-pack at $297, and a 40-pack of his books at $997, right? And this was all pre-orders. Okay, so he just booked podcasts, no other marketing. And he said, go to my book, PrestonSmiles.com/book, and here are the numbers, right? Right there, he created $4,335 for him just from podcasts to pre-ordering his book. Okay, so that's a podcast strategy, right? Now, let's talk about building your community, right? This community that we have. So you're giving away your book as a bonus for joining your community. And your community is $17 a month. You can see $17 a month here, right? 3 months, we've built it to this community here, the AI business certification that ours built, right? 3 months, we built to 190 members at $17 a month, right? Month 1, 63,000, right? Roughly. Month 2, 126, 2,000. And month 3, 190, 3,200 a month. Now, if you're upselling 10% of those to your high ticket, right, you're creating $6,000 a month for yourself. If you have tappers in there and you're upselling your high ticket, right? So total sales out of all of that, of those 4 metrics was $38,133. That's at a $997 offer, right? If your high ticket offer is $29.97, right? You triple that, right? If your offer is $510, right? You can see how quickly it goes up when you're raising your high ticket price, right? And about $997 is about the minimum, smallest high ticket price, right? So these are the strategies that you're going to be implementing in 2025. This is what I want to talk to you about, right? And I only showed you 4 out of the 10, right? That's only 4 out of the 10. Austin has 5 out of 10. So Austin, you're making way more than that, huh?
You said strategize. You didn't say it was in play. Okay. It's so yes, in here I'm making way more than that. Yeah. Don't be calling me out like that, man.
Okay, so 4 out of 10, right? Your cold ads to your book funnel. Okay, your LinkedIn marketing for your book. You're giving away your book to get leads on LinkedIn. You're getting booked on podcasts. You're building your digital community. And School right now, y'all, School, SKOOL, is crushing it for communities, right? And so I highly recommend that. And we'll talk about that here in a minute, right? Total sales, 38,130, and that's 4 out of 10, right? So screenshot this. These are all 10. Screenshot this. Who's excited? After seeing that, who's excited about like, oh, wow, I can do all that for my business, right? Who's feeling it? Good, good. Jennifer's in. All right, Stadina, turn your camera on. Turn your camera on, Stadina. Okay. Y'all need to turn your cameras on. Your cameras are off. Turn them on. Okay. So now, yes, I want this, right? Yes, you want these strategies. What do you do about it, right? How do you create all of this, right? You can write your book, edit your book, format your book, design your cover, set up your Facebook ads, test your titles, cover designs, pain points, final image ads, video ads. You can create your book funnel, create the bonuses for your book funnel, create all the workbook for your funnel, create the audiobook for your funnel, run ads to your book launch event. Design all your marketing creatives, record your video promotions, launch the book on Amazon, Apple, Barnes and Noble, get your book to bestseller by running promotions, build your speaker page, set up your LinkedIn automations, switch your Facebook ads from your launch event to your standard sales page, set up your marketing to continue get booked on podcasts, and build your community yourself. Right? I don't know who wants to do that, right? Or you could hire my team to do this for you at $25,000. Right? Okay. But what if there was a better way to do this? And that's what we're here to talk about today, which is the One Book to Millionaire Anthology. This title is pending because we test all the titles. I always do. One Book to Millionaire Anthology. This will be the business book of 2025, right? I am putting the resources behind it, right? I'm putting the people behind it, the influencers behind it to make this book a massive, massive success, right? So let's just talk. Has anyone done anthologies here before? Anyone in the chat?
Yeah.
No. Beverly, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, no. Okay. Cindy, no. Great. Okay. Cool. Let me talk to you about the anthologies, right? Here's the old way to do anthologies, right? Charge 5 to 6 grand. They write your chapter. You submit your chapter. You launch the book on Amazon, Apple, Barnes and Noble. You do an Amazon bestseller promotion. They send you 200 copies of your book. And then they tell you, well, if you sell 200 copies, your book at $30, you make 6,000. Right? Am I in the realm, Bobby, for that? Does that sound about right? If y'all don't know, let me just introduce this man real quick. Bobby is my ghostwriter on my team. He's written many best-selling books. He's shared the stage with Zig Ziglar. He is a king of kings when it comes to writing, and he is freaking amazing. Stephen can attest to that. So, Bobby, tell me a little bit. Talk to me. Talk to me.
So I have project managed 6 of these projects for someone else, but that included authors like Les Brown, Brian Tracy, guys like that. And the way you described it, in a nutshell, is exactly how it was. It was, you pay your money, you write your chapter, you send it to us, we produce the book, you get copies, and we tell you sell your copies to break even. And then, now you get credibility and things like that. But yeah, in a nutshell, Zachariah, that is it. You also forgot to add, Zachariah, that I've shared the stage with Les Brown, and I have endorsements from Zig Ziglar and Les Brown that are on the cover of my first book that I wrote. So,
well, there you go. Bobby's the man, an amazing writer, an amazing man altogether, right? And he's done 6 of these projects. He's pro, right? That's why I'm doing this project, is because Bobby was like, yeah, we I'll support you in this. And he's legit, right? So thank you, Bobby, right? That's the old way. That's the old way to do anthologies, right? Sell copies of your book, right? And that's where you make them. And then what they tell you for the rest of the year, your job is to carry that book with you wherever you go, hawking it to everyone you meet, hoping they book a call with you because they saw the link in your book or the part where you talked about your mastermind, and you hope and you pray that they reach out to you, please, because your links are so great inside of your book and you have no way to follow up with them. Right? Does that sound fun? Type it in the chat. Does that sound fun? Right? So who wants to see the one book millionaire way? Who wants to see what we are doing inside of the one book millionaire anthology? Y'all, even my messaging when I sent out, I didn't even include everything that we're putting inside of the messaging. So this is what we are doing. I'm so excited to bring this to you. The one book millionaire way. Write your chapter with my ghostwriter, Bobby. Follow along as we test our titles, our cover designs, our pain points. We create our final ads for you so you can market and promote your book. We set up your Facebook ads so you can market them and set them up you can run them on Facebook, right? To start creating wealth for yourself and your business. You can run them to your own book funnel. Then we design your own custom templated successful book funnel for you using your branding. It's templated, but we will add in your branding. Then you get 20 copies of your book so you can record video and send out to potential podcasts to be a guest on. Then we give you 20 social media posts so you can promote on social media organically, right? And promote this book to your following and start getting sales for you. Then we give you 20 Facebook and Instagram ads so you can run ads to your own book funnel. I think I already said that. Then we launch your book on all platforms. The book is a bestseller, so you are now a best-selling author. 8, you show up to record your episode of the One Book Millionaire podcast episode. You can fly into Austin, and so you can do it in studio, or we can do it on Zoom. But you will have a One Book Millionaire podcast episode where you get to talk about your book. You get to talk about the chapter that you wrote in it. You get to talk about what makes you great, and then lead everyone back to your own book funnel. This is not to promote me. This is to promote you. So your episode will promote your own book funnel. And guess what? Then we do after. We boost that podcast episode. I don't know the budget for that yet, but we will boost that podcast episode on YouTube, right? So that then you're getting thousands of views from you're getting thousands of views from that podcast episode. Then you show up to your 1-hour speaker slot at the One Book 2 Millionaire Summit, which will have roughly 5,000 people. Then You use this newly created podcast content and summit content in your marketing for the rest of the year to promote your book, to then upsell your high ticket offers and services, right? To start creating seven figures in your business. You're now running ads to your book throughout the year to sell your high ticket offers and creating your seven figure business. Oh, that was duplicated. You're giving away this book on LinkedIn to create high ticket appointments for yourself. And then you're giving it as a bonus for joining your paid community. And we'll show you how to do that. Does this sound, Bobby, how does this sound versus, the old way? Type in the chat how you feel like this sounds versus the old way. So not only do you get a book, you get 20 copies sent to you, right? Not 200, because that's ridiculous. You get 20 social media posts so you can present on social media organically. You get 20 Facebook and Instagram ads so you can run them, or you can run them on TikTok or anything else. Right. I'll also say when we do this pain point testing, you will know what resonates with this audience. So from this pain point testing, you can create your own video content, right? You can create your own book video ads. We'll show you how to do this, right? And so I can't create video ads for you because I'm not you, right? I will show you how to create video ads because video performs better on Facebook ads. We then launch the book on all platforms. The book will guaranteed be a bestseller. You show up to record your episode of the podcast, right? Then you get, this is it. This is really the big thing here. You get a speaker slot at the One Book to Millionaire Digital Summit, right? Where I will be putting an insane amount of marketing to get 5,000 people to show up. That's my promise if you join this project, right? But that will be your speaker slot, and everyone will get to sell their high ticket offers from this, right? Everyone will get to sell. Everyone will get to promote their funnel. Everyone will win, right? And then now you use this content, all of this content in your marketing, running ads to your book. You have a LinkedIn campaign and you're building a digital community for yourself, right? Okay. There we go. So you're then working to increase your opportunity creation metric throughout the year. Okay. So this is what I wanted to create. When I said I want to do Anthology, Bobby and I were talking about this. This is what I wanted to create because I realized in running this, doing the 50 best-selling books that we do this year, doing the 30 best-selling books that we did last year, I realized something, right? Other people, lots of other publishing companies, they sell you like a dream, right? Oh, you're going to publish, you're going to be a bestseller on Amazon. And then that will create all of these opportunities for you. They don't tell you how to actually get those opportunities and they don't support you in it, right? So when I talked to Bobby about doing this anthology, I said, I want to 10x what everyone else is doing. Right? Everyone else talks about authority. I actually want to give authority. And how can I do that? I can give you a podcast episode in a professional studio, and I can give you a speaking slot at a digital summit. But I have to make those summits and that podcast a success, right? And that's my job, right? Not only the book, but then you need the marketing for the book. I talk about success a lot, but if I'm not creating opportunities, right, for you to have success, which is running ads to your book, there's really, truly not a lot of the ways I see that you can create wealth for yourself other than creation, putting yourself out there. So I want to give the opportunity for all of you to actually put yourselves out there, which means content, right? And ads. Okay. Who's with me here? Does that sound good? Content ads 2025. Okay. So the old way, screenshot this. The old way and the One Book Millionaire way. The old way and it's not even. Also, I'll be doing my own podcast tour, podcast promotion and press tour to promote this book and this anthology. So there will be some traditional marketing in this, right? To build this event and to build the momentum around this event. So this is everything that you get, right? So in order to hit these numbers, let's be real for a second. I need to have a budget of at least 40K for ads. I'm being honest with y'all, right? With everything else that we're building for the project, my costs are well over 30K, along with the budget for the ads. I can only do this with your help, right? And I am only going to work with people that can provide massive value to my audience. I don't want to write an anthology book just to write an anthology book. I want to write an anthology book like Tools for Titans, right? Which Tim Ferriss did. I want to write an anthology book where you're giving so much value that the readers are flabbergasted. I want an anthology book with illustrations, right? I want an anthology book that like blows every other anthology out of the water. And that's my promise. That's what I want to create in this anthology. So I want to work with people that are ready to take action. Right? So I'm only accepting 20 authors in this, and slots have already been filled, right? So we're at 18, and I haven't even promoted this left. So there's only 18 slots left. Right? So I'm offering today to give this deal for you, bad English. Okay, not 25,000, which with a best-selling book, ghostwrite, a funnel, Facebook ads, social media posts, speaking slot at a giant summit, promoted podcast interview, right? It's definitely worth that. I don't know any other offers that offer you a podcast suite, speaker slot, and a best-selling book. I haven't seen it if they exist. Right? Not even at 10,000. Right? Today, I'm offering this at $59.97 full pay. So it's exactly matching what other anthology projects do and give you not even a half of what we do. So if I can't create well for you and keep it affordable, what am I doing here? Right? So $59.97 full pay. Right? Or $19.97 for pay. So this will be monthly payments, $19.97 for pay. Okay. And these are the QR codes, right? I'll drop the links in the chat in a second. Right? For those of you who sign up today, actually do this. I'm going to give you guys through the weekend. For those of you who sign up through the weekend, right? I'm including 1 month of school building support and coaching. So we will help you build your entire school community. These are the two that my team has built. I didn't build them. My team has built, right? These are the two that my team have built, right? And we are experts at building your school. So for those of you who sign up through the weekend, right, you get 1 month of school building support coaching and everything you see here. Okay, so I'm going to drop these links. I'll drop these links in the chat. Are there any questions? Any questions on what's being offered, what we're doing here? Tanya!
Can you see me? Can you see me?
I can see you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to drop these links in the chat. And let's talk. Does anyone have... Oh, that's right. Okay, one other thing that I forgot. Bobby forced me to do this. So here's what else we'll do. Bobby, I forgot about this. Okay, here's what else we're going to do. If you sign up for this project, I will let you credit that $5,000 or $6,000 towards your own book later that year, your own book project with us later that year. Okay, let me be clear. So if you sign up for this project, I will credit that amount back to you in my full ghostwrite package later that year, right? So literally, this is free. Okay. I want to create wins for everyone here. Yes, Stephen.
Hey, Zachariah, I got to tell you, I am happy to be on board in this journey with you again. I'm
Absolutely.
happy with the way our relationship has been developing, and I'm happy. And Bobby's, I'm a big fan of Bobby's. I think I had his South Carolina fan club. I'm the president of that chapter. So, but what are you looking at for milestones? Because I've got a book coming out, which I'm hoping to get launched in October. So we're trying to put the final on that, and so
Yeah.
what are the timelines and milestones for this? Because I've got an idea for my next book that I want to use in this anthology. So so I want to be able to develop that and use that in the anthology.
That's
What
great.
type of timelines are you looking at?
So we're looking at a first quarter launch, right? Probably February, March, right? Here's what I want. If I need to get 5,000 people to event, I need a long runway, right? So that if the digital event, right, we'll start promoting, we really need everything done by end of year to do that. Right. And so we're looking at a long runway, right? And then the One Book Millionaire podcast launches beginning of the year as well. Right. And so that will come. You guys will be some of the first people I interview inside of that podcast. And then you'll go straight into the digital summit. Right. And so that's what I'm thinking first quarter. I don't have exact dates. Right. And so really what I want to do is have everyone follow along, right, with the journey of this. So you'll be getting recordings of how we run the ads, how we do all of our testing. So I will do the same thing here that I do for my high ticket clients and more, right? So that's truly what we're creating. We're looking at first quarter next year, right? And probably mid first quarter. So I'm thinking February.
That's great. That works.
Yeah. So, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the links in the chat here. And I will give you guys through the weekend. I'm also going to drop my Calendly link, right? If you want to, let's see. If you want to discuss this, I'm happy to discuss this. I know it's a big investment for to be looking at, right? And sometimes doing that on a chat with a bunch of other people is a little hard. So let me drop this in the chat here. Right. So this is the 1997 link. And then let me get the okay. Chat. All right. And then I'm going to drop my Calendly link as well. If you guys want to discuss, right, and you want to chat a little bit more about this project, I'm happy to. And so I will drop my Calendly link in here. Let's see. Okay. There we go.
Hey, Z, I want to add something in just a second.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready. So now, Z, you left out also that they're not just co-authoring the book with each other, they're co-authoring the book with you, as well as some other key influencers who will be in the book, which is going to expand the reach of their personal brand far beyond what they can probably imagine. So that's one thing. The other thing, I was going to throw in a free bonus, Zachariah, with your permission. We haven't even talked about this. Because a big part of building the brand, I think, is creating a course. I'll do a totally free 1 hour course creation consultation with anybody that wants to, because like my wife, we just wrote her first book earlier this year called Cakepreneur. We launched a course in April. We've sold right now 630. Sold our course 630 times already since April, and that's not counting all the bump orders and upsells and everything. And so I'll do a 60-minute, a 1 hour brainstorming session with anybody that's in the book to help them kind of lock in on the best way to create a course and how to maximize, because that's something you can run on autopilot. that just brings in the money. I love waking up. I call it pajama money. I love waking up in the morning and seeing that somebody at 2 a.m. bought our course, bought some of our upsells, you know, and I mean, we've already made a couple $100, you know, to start the day before 8 a.m. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
There you go, right there. So, okay, so if they and that's if they sign up through the weekend, you'll do that. Okay. So
100%.
okay, so not only do you get your like school community support, right? I don't even offer the school community support to our high ticket. Like we talk about it, but that's not even offered with our high ticket. So you get your school community support, you get your course building support, right? You get your own book funnel and website. And let me just show you some of the book funnels that we're building, right? And so if you're thinking that these are, you know, boring or everyday or basic, right? That's not how we roll at the One Book Millionaire. That's not how we roll at the One Book Millionaire. So here's one that is running right now. I showed you guys his podcast stuff now. I mean, he will do 6 figures from his book in the first month, right? We're preparing his launch right now. I can almost guarantee that, right? He's already a big influencer and he might be joining this project. I can't say for sure, but you'll have to stay tuned to find out, right? I'll be releasing the influencers that are on. I can share real quick. One of the influencers that is joining this project sold his last company for $40 million, right? And so an influencer in business, TEDx speaker already, right? Just a key guy. He sold his last company for 40 million and he's worth many, 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 many millions of dollars, right? And so that's one of the influencers coming on. But here is some of the book funnels that we do. So everyone's going to get, right? They're obviously their own website, right? That we'll build in our own app, right? And then the book funnel, these are the copy is a little off, but just imagine that finish there, right? Here's the kind of book funnels we built, right? So it includes your bonuses, right? So you'll work on your bonuses, what you're going to give away with your book sale, what you're going to give away in your funnel, what price you're going to sell your book at, right? What bonuses you include, right? And then from there, so here's just kind of the page, like all of this material is created by my team, right? All of this, right? And we want to grab illustrations from your book that you write. So when you're working with Bobby on your chapter, I want you working on those illustrations. What are you going to include? How do we make this information easily digestible, right? Stephen can attest to that. Like we show you how to do this with AI, right? But then also creating those models, right? I don't want to write a boring chapter. I want every chapter to have illustrations, to be beautiful, right? And so your work with Bobby on that, right? Creating that. And then from there, right? What is your upsell, right? So you can see, right? Preston's upsell is $1,000 abundance reset class here, abundance reset course, right? He's already selling this and people are pre-ordering his book and he's already selling this, right? And then because this guy is who he is and a master promoter, right? He's doing a challenge to go along with his book, right? To promote his book, right? We're running ads very successfully for that now, right? And so these are all of the things that add on to your book to create more revenue, right? This is the strategy. This is where we're headed for the One Book, 2 Millionaire anthology. All right, let's go.
Zachariah, I'm only sharing this because it's just crazy to me. I don't know if you can see my notifications. Literally, while you were talking, I just had somebody buy our course.
Yeah, yeah, love it. See, right there.
So
Internet money.
I love getting the Stripe notifications.
So, okay.
Zachariah, also I want to share that when we were going here, like the ads of your people were popping for who's this one?
Oh, that's Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
right.
see, like we're everywhere.
So there you go. If you want ads, oh, I didn't even show some of the ads here for this. I'll show some of the ads. So this is what some of the ads look like, right? Come on. There we go. So here are the ads we're running. Some are AI created, right? And then some are the influencer himself, right? These ads are crushing it right now on Facebook, right? And so we're taking all of this knowledge. When you get all of your creatives, it's gonna look like this, where you have your ads, you have your book ads already created for you, ready to go, your 20 book ads, right? And it could be a combination of book ads, people ads, and your own image ads if you go to a professional photographer, right? So that can be done. Then you have your book cover with your face, right? Your book funnel, everything set up and organized and ready for you to start promoting. And then your social media posts, which will be here, right? Social media posts to get it. And then what we do, what I was talking about here is like when I talk about pain points and we do that marketing, right? Let me see. Okay. So this is what I'm talking. There we go. Okay. So when I talk about book testing, pain point testing, things like that, we test all of the creative. So the one book two millionaire project, right? I don't know if that's going to be the final title yet. I'm going to do the title that works the best to engage the audience that we're searching for, right? So if the title might change, the subtitle might change, and the cover will definitely change. I haven't even done the cover yet. So when we do that, we run 70 different title ideas or cover designs, and we choose the title that works the best. So if there's any Facebook ads people here, you could see, right? This click-through rate, so it's sent to 400 people, 9 people clicked on it. So it had a click-through rate of 2%, right? Average click-through rate on Facebook is about 1.5%. So we'll run 70 different cover designs or 100 different cover designs, doesn't matter, right? To find out what cover design is best. And you can see the difference, right? Click-through rate is 0.22% for this one, right? And over 2% for that one. So going into this project that you're going to have the title that we test to make sure that the title is the best, the cover design that we test to make sure the cover design is the best, and then the pain points that we test. You can see this did 3% click-through rate, which is super high, 2.5%, right? 1.7%. And then these pain points are, what is your audience struggling with, right? What's going to get them to click on the ad, right? And so we come up with these pain point statements, right? We test all of them. And then this creates your final ads where the title's been tested, the cover design's been tested, the pain point has been tested, and you can see the results from that. When you test everything like that, you get insane results, right? 5% click-through rate. And this is with the audience you wanted to attract in buying your book. And then from there, right, you can expand those ideas into multiple different style of ads, which we do. So that's a breakdown of just what we do for pain point testing going in. Now, when you understand the pain of the audience, guess what else you can do with that? Does anyone know? Or anyone want to share? What else could I do when I understand these statements are really getting my audience's attention? Does anyone can have an idea of what can be done when you understand what the pain of your audience is? What even the biggest pain is? You can use those to create video content, social media content. When you understand the pain point of your avatar, right, you can then use that in your marketing, right? Use those statements because it works when they click, right? So from there, now right, what you need to be talking about in your marketing and on social media. Cool? Okay. All right. I'll leave it to you guys. Ping me, book a call with me if you want to chat further about this, right? Book a call with me if you know that this is something you want to do, right? And let's create a really big win in 2025, okay? All right, y'all. Good. Thanks for coming. Good to see everyone. Thanks, Austin. Good to see you. Jennifer, Kenneth. Love you guys. Tanya, Cindy, Stadina, Beverly, Tanya, Andrea.